Hello friends, in the last session we have started the discussion of the session tracking and we have finished with the use of the cookies. That is one of the method through which we can track the session. In today's lecture we will look briefly in other methods like URL rewriting, then hidden form fields and session objects, and also we will have one example which will have all these methodologies combined together to have this concept briefly discussed. Okay, so in today's session I will just discuss the concept of session tracking with a simple program, and in this program we will have a simple form. We will have a simple form which will have these three input fields, that is one for name, one asking for city, one asking for the state. And if you can see, there is another field but the type is hidden. Okay, so here I am using one of the session tracking method, that is hidden form fields, to store some data related to the client. Okay, and this I will be passing as a hidden form field. So this particular field is hidden to the user. Okay, so this particular field won't be shown to the user in the input form, but actually this particular field is used to pass the information, related information to the client. Okay, so this information can be related to a particular session or any other information. So here as an example I am just passing a simple string that okay, this is a hidden entry, and we will get this particular hidden attribute value in my JSP, and we can see that yes, it is possible to have a hidden form field, and and is another way of having a session tracking established. Okay, so so these three fields are there and one hidden form field. So total 4 fields are there. 3 of them are text fields, one is hidden form field, and one is the input, that is click here button. Okay, so after clicking on this button, since the method is forced, the whatever the user will give the input won't be shown in the URL. Okay, I hope you know this. If we use the get, all these things whatever the user enters will be shown in the URL, but if we use the post, the things won't be shown in the URL. Okay, so whatever user enters the name, city, state, and then clicks on the click here button, then the call goes to the action, that is session.jsp. Okay, so first we will see how the input form looks like. So I'll run this file and let's see. This is the input form. So as I mentioned, only the name, city and state, these 3 fields are shown, and a click here button is shown, but this hidden field is not shown to the user. So user is not aware of this particular field. Okay, so user is not knowing that there is a input field there in his input form. Okay, so hidden field in this input form, but this hidden field is not visible to the user. Okay, so let's give some input. So let us say name is ABCD, and let us say city is XYZ, and the state is, let us say, state is Maharashtra. Okay, so if I click on click here button, so what will happen is my call will go to the session.jsp. so if you can observe, this URL will change. So as of now it's session-demo.html, then after clicking here my call will go to session.jsp. Now if you see, I clicked on the click button, So whatever is shown here is nothing but the output of my session.jsp. Now let's have a look at the session.jsp. So in the session.jsp, what I am doing is I am actually having the title of passing the input value to the session variable. So if you see, the title is like this, passing the input value to the session variable. Okay, then I am having four strings. The first string is having uname, which is getting the parameter name. Another parameter city is stored in ucity. The state is stored in the ustate. Now if you can observe, these all parameters are nothing but the input form parameters, right? So here name, city and state. So these parameters, whatever the user gives the input, are being stored in this particular variable. So uname stores the whatever the name the user has entered, ucity stores whatever the city the user has entered, ustate stores whatever the state the user has entered. Now there is another string named as hidden. Okay, so this particular field, that is h, is nothing but my hidden form field. Okay, so this input is not given by the user explicitly. Okay, so it is not being shown to the user, but actually I am reading this particular parameter, or you can say attribute value, in my session.jsp through name h. So if you see, h is the name given to the hidden form field, and its value is, this is the hidden entry. So the string, this is the hidden entry, is stored in the hidden object. Okay, so in this particular session.jsp, I am displaying to the user like welcome, whatever the username is. So in this case, welcome ABCD. The hidden form field is whatever the value of hidden. So what is the value of hidden? Value of hidden is, this is hidden form field. Okay, so let's see whether this particular line is printed or not. So if you see welcome ABCD, so now this ABCD is nothing but the value of name that was being entered by the user in the previous HTML form. Okay, the hidden form field is, now this particular value is nothing but the hidden form field value that we have set in the previous form, right? So this is how the hidden form fields are used. Now in the next line, line number 21, I am actually setting the session object value, and I am having a session named as sesh name, right? SESS name, and the value is uname. So this is the name of the session parameter, and the value is uname. So I am setting the session attribute, and then I am again creating one cookie, and I am storing I have created the cookie object ck, and I am having the name of the cookie as state, and the value as whatever the value the user has entered in the this previous form, that is ustate, which stores the value of whatever the user has entered in the state input component. Okay, so I have created one cookie, and I have created one session object. So this you are already familiar in the servlet also. Now if you might wonder where this session is being declared. Okay, so session is the implicit object, same as the out. So in JSP I can use out, request, response, session, all these objects directly, unlike in servlet. In servlet we have to actually create those variables, but here they are predefined. Okay, so I can directly use them. So session object, on the session object I am calling set attribute method. So what it is doing is, it is creating one session sysname and setting its value to whatever the user has entered. So I have created one session object and I have named as sysname, and I have stored the value uname in it. Okay, also I have created one cookie. Okay, and this response.add cookie actually adds the cookie onto the response. So this we have discussed in the previous lecture itself, like how to create the cookies and how to add the cookie. So till now what we have done is we have read the hidden input form field. Okay, and we have also stored the session value through the session object, and this cookie thing we have already discussed in the last lecture. So new thing for us in today's lecture is reading the hidden form, creating the hidden form field. So this is how it is created. So input type equal to hidden, name equal to whatever name you want to write, and value whatever relevant value you want to give. So here I have given the value as this is hidden entry, but you can give any of the user related information that you don't think that user should be able to see, but you want to pass it to the next JSP. Okay, so here this particular field is not shown to the user, but actually it is passed to the next JSP, that is session.jsp. So here I am reading this particular parameter and I am displaying it. Okay, then in line number 21 I have created I have called the set attribute method over the session object, which is the implicit object, and this is the we have also seen in the servlet that it has two parameters. One is name of the session and another one is its value. Okay, so the name is sysname and value is uname. So this uname, what is there in the uname? Whatever the user has given the name. So in this case uname contains ABCD. Okay, and next we have created the cookie named as state, and what is the value of whatever the user has entered. In this case user has entered the Maharashtra. So I have created one session, one cookie object. Okay, and then I have added it in the response. Okay, I have added the cookie in the response. Now in the line number 25 what is there, I am simply creating one link and asking user to click to go for the output page. Okay, now in this if I write only output.jsp and write this, then I will directly go to that page, but here I am explicitly adding some parameter. Okay, so we all know to add the parameter list in the URL we append the parameters using the question mark, right? So here question mark city equal to, and this is the uct. What is uct? Uct is nothing but the string that is being given as input by the user text field, that is city. Okay, so in this case what is the name of city? That is XYZ. So XYZ is passed. Okay, and then user is asked to click. So this particular link is created. So now if I click on the output page, you observe the URL here. Okay, so now if you observe the URL, this particular now this particular concept is nothing but the URL rewriting. Okay, so in this particular program we have used the hidden form field, we have used the session object also, we have used the cookie, and we have also used the URL rewriting. So how the URL rewriting is done? Simply by adding the question mark and whatever parameter I want to append to that particular URL. Okay, so I can pass it. In the output.jsp I am simply extracting whatever the things that are being passed by the session.jsp. So name, we know that name is passed as a session object. So session.get attribute. While setting the attribute we call the session.set attribute. Okay, And now for reading the attribute, we use the get attribute. Okay, and here what is the name of the session attribute? That is sesname. So this particular should be same as name of the session object. Okay, so this sesname and this sesname should be same. Okay, so whatever parameter I am passing here should match with the name here. Okay, so here what I will get is the value of that particular session as object reference. So I have to typecast it into a string. Okay, because this particular method will return me the object, but I have to typecast it into the string. So I have typecasted it and I am storing it in the name. Now same the parameter that is being passed in the URL is nothing but the city parameter. So this value also I have to read. So here I am reading it. So I am storing it in variable string variable C. So request.get parameter city. So this gives me the value of the particular parameter, that is city, and I am storing it in the variable C. Okay, so in this particular output.jsp, what is shown to the user is hello, and what is this is the expression tag, so it evaluates to the name. So what is name here? Whatever the value of this particular sysname. So what is the value of sysname? Value of sysname is uname, and uname shows the value that was being stored in the name attribute in the input form, right? So whatever the user has given, so that is the ABCD. So it prints hello ABCD. Your name, your city name is whatever stored in equal to C. Okay, so city, in the city parameter what is passed? XYZ is passed. Okay, so XYZ is printed here. So hello ABCD, your city name is XYZ. So if you observe, the first line prints this: hello ABCD, your city name is XYZ. See, hello ABCD, your city name is XYZ. Now next line is nothing but the printing of your cookies. Okay, and this we have seen in the last lecture also. Okay, so here I am creating a cookie array named as CO. Request.getCookies gives me the array of all the cookies that are being stored that were stored in my particular client, and it gives me the CO of I.getName gives me the name of the cookie, and CO of getValue gives me the value of the cookie. So name and value, both the fields I can get. Okay, so what is the cookie name and what is the cookie value? Okay, so the cookie name and cookie value, these things are being printed. So initially I don't know how many cookies are being stored. Actually I have stored only one cookie. Okay, and one cookie is there implicitly, that is the session JSession ID. Okay, so total 2 cookies will be printed, and let's see. See, the first cookie is JSession ID and its value is some unique number, and next cookie I have stored in my program, that is state, and cookie value is Maharashtra. So this is how I can track the session of a user, particular user through the different form fields. So these are the ways through which I can track the session, and in this program we have used all the session tracking methods, that is hidden form field, then use of the cookies, use of the session object, use of the URL rewriting. So this is how we can track the session, and we can achieve the session tracking. Okay, so this is all about today's video session, and thank you for listening.